Hey, Century 21 veterans, Ken and Melanie coming to you from beautiful downtown Bristol, Pennsylvania.
It's quiet around here.
It is quiet around here, and that's a good thing because, as much as we'd love to see your smiling faces, we also understand that it's better if we do it this way.
And you're practicing social distancing, so how
There you
exciting
go.
is that?
So we were on a webinar today with corporate. A couple of those guys up there had some good ideas. We want to pass them along to you guys. But before I turn it over to Melanie, I wanted to give you guys, my number one thought in all of this is that we're all going through a thing, right? That none of us have been through. So, if you need to pick up the phone, you have my cell phone number, you have Melanie's cell phone number. I am your guy round the clock. If you need to talk to me, pick up the phone, you give me a call. If you want to scream for a minute and then hang up, that's okay. If you want to walk through a situation, that's okay. There's a lot of moving parts to all this. So, I think the more we communicate, the better off we're going to be.
So, a little bit of keeping somewhat normal. I mean, obviously, we've got to watch what we're doing. We have to be distant from other people. People are doing deals, though. So, you guys really want to kind of figure out how you're going to do that, what you're going to do. So a couple things that we're going to discuss today. But in the last 2 days, I ended up with 8 deals that came in from you guys. So you're doing the right things. Just make sure you draw out those contracts and start talking to people. But the stuff that you guys are doing now is definitely going to pay off in the next 8 to 12 weeks. It may get pushed,
maybe
but
13 weeks.
Yeah, at least you'll be able to get some money coming in down the road.
Yeah.
So this isn't a time to kind of sit in the house and say, oh my God, this is so great. I've got 2, 3, 4, 10 weeks of vacation. Because it's not really vacation. We really can still do what we do online and make sure we're staying in communication. So I think one of the biggest things I took from the corporate call today is that we are distancing ourselves, but we are not socially distancing ourselves.
So you were going to let me tell them that.
I didn't.
That's so cool.
I stole it.
I actually wrote it down, right? So physical distancing is not social distancing. So we are physical distancing, right? We're not together, we're not that kind of thing, but while we're maintaining a social relationship. So just give it some thought like that.
So one of the things I wanted to point out is actually before the call that we had with corporate, Val in our office here did a pretty cool thing. She went into the Miller Elementary School group and she actually posted a link to Elmwood Zoo. So the zoo is doing, I believe it's like online tours that you can sit with your kids and actually watch some of the animals that are there. You can't go to the zoo. You can't go to the Elmwood Zoo. So it was kind of a cool link. And it's not about getting business at that point. It's about helping your community. So good job, Val.
Yeah, not only that, but I saw it the other day on Channel 6. 6 ABC is running like throughout the day different places that they're going in and filming. So, for example, today it was the aquarium in New Jersey. So from 11:30 till 12, they had the aquarium on, and so it kind of gives you an opportunity, especially those with kids. I was on the phone with somebody today, and I heard the kids in the background. We made a joke out of it and that kind of thing. And at the end, I was like, "Look, I got some rope here. I can drop it off for you." She's like, "I might need it in a couple weeks." So. Well, like I said, we're all going through it together. So let's start looking for opportunities to not necessarily be places, but go places without actually leaving the living room.
Right. So one of the things they also mentioned on the call today is about keeping a schedule. So I don't know how your kids are doing it, but my kids aren't getting up till about 10 or 10:30. So that's exciting. And then they go to bed at about 1. But my one is actually online schooling at the moment because she's in a private school. So she gets up at 10:30. That was her time. She has to log in between 10 and 2. For school. So she gets up at 10:30, she logs in, she does her work, she's keeping her routine. You guys need to do that with yourself, your children as well, but definitely with yourself in business, because I know if I work from home, I get a little bit lazy. Sometimes I do a lot of work and I feel like I'm super productive. Other times I feel like I'm doing the wash, I'm cutting the lawn. So creative routine for yourself where you're getting up at a decent hour. I don't care what that hour is, but you're getting up at a decent hour, and then you're doing some lead generating, you're doing some social talking, you're doing some phone calls. I like I said, I've never seen the amount of deals come in all of a sudden, so that's exciting. But make sure just for your own health that you also get outside a little bit, because I don't know. I think the rule now is like you can go in your own yard, but stay 6 feet away from your fence or something. It's kind of crazy.
Just try to set your routine up to where you're getting up, you're showering, you're dressing as if you're going to work. You don't necessarily have to wear a tie, Nick, but it's not a bad thing to kind of keep your routine as close to it as you can.
Yep. So a couple things for us. Title. If you're doing a deal this week or next week, you have seen emails like crazy coming out. There's some new rules in title. They are stopping titles coming into our office. That is for safety precautions. They don't know that I have been freakishly cleaning this place. However, they
Nor
do know
they care. Yeah.
they do know that they're taking care of their own place. So all titles are being moved to a lot of these title companies. A couple of the small title companies are still coming out. So we are actually putting in the rules that our main title company has. You'll see emails if you have settlements that state only the signers are in the room with the title agent. No children, no extra relatives. It's super great to have, the fiance in there, but if she's not on title or he's not on title and he's not signing, he's not going in the room. It's just a precaution they have to take, and we're actually putting that in play as well if you have a settlement in the office. We just need to do what we need to do right now to hopefully be able to get back to work in the next 6 weeks. So you guys saw an email came out about addendums if needed. If you guys need different wording, please feel free to reach out to us. We can do that. There is also another cool thing. I think Javier already uses this, so maybe I can convince him to do a quick online class on this, even if he does a video. I know he likes to be on video.
Yeah.
So Ring Central, which is how we get all of the phone calls out to your cell phones, everyone here has an account with them that you can log into through your extension. Ring Central is partnered up with Zoom, and Zoom is a webinar type of feature. Ken and I tested it today. You can actually invite somebody, your screen pops up, their screen pops up. You can have a conversation just like we're having now, except you're in different rooms. What I had heard actually is at corporate, they are
It's the coolest thing.
a couple people are in the office, but nobody's getting together. They're actually Zooming from one room to another so that they're not in physical contact with each
That
other.
is
So,
listing appointments.
yeah, that's another cool thing. They're
Yeah,
actually
people
doing
sending
listing
out
appointments.
contracts to a seller, and then you're here, they're there, you zoom into a meeting, and it's as if you're sitting right there with them. I mean, look, you're not going to get any high touch points these days, but it's a good way to get it done and still do business.
I agree. So let me see. Oh,
That's it.
I think that might be it.
Yeah.
So look, you guys can either take this crisis and run with it and say, I'm making money and I'm going to do what I do, or you can kind of bury your head in the sand and take a couple weeks off. I don't think I would do that, but
Don't bury your head in the sand, because if you do, you won't be able to sit on the beach this summer. You see what I did there?
That's right.
See how that worked?
So look for a couple videos from us again next week. We want to make sure we are staying in touch. If you guys have anything at all, please feel free. If you want to Zoom in with us, you are more than welcome to request a Zoom meeting, and we can chat that way. We're more than happy to do that, I think.
Sure. Yeah. Don't
so-
forget, pick up the phone
Yeah.
if you need anything. That's why we're here.
I'm actually answering the phone, by the way. I'm not letting it go to text message. So, you get lucky. You actually got me on the phone. So,
Yeah.
all right. Talk to you guys soon.
See ya.